Ben, you sent me a video of
hmm
yourself. When was that video, and where were you when you took it?
this past Friday night on the 13th, Friday the 13th. That was like the first major missile barrage, and that big bang you heard, or all those bangs one after another. That was myself and my neighbors huddling up in our bomb shelter. Um,
Yeah,
while I think the one of the missiles fell like 500 meters away from my home.
yeah.
So it's pretty intense. You feel it. We all pushed up against the corner of the bomb shelter, not to be in the doorway or next to the stairs. So
Right. What what does that feel like to know that there's a possibility that Iran's missiles could get through the defense system?
uh it's the fear of the unknown, not it's more. I've heard people describe it as kind of like Russian roulette, because they're targeting not military infrastructure, but you could see these are just apartment blocks that were targeted, with no regard for human life. So, and based on how they're shooting it, you could see that it's, there's no target really. It's just like, let's just shoot it at the center of Israel and hope for the best kind of thing.
So, do you feel less safe? Obviously, you do because of these situations, but give me a sense of how you feel about Israel's, I guess, this new war with Iran, this direct war with
So
Iran.
this is so that's a good question. So this is the beginning of the whole war that has been taking place since October 7th. Last time you and I spoke, I think I reiterated that, this all comes from Iran. And finally, all the cards aligned, all the stars aligned, whatever you want to say. And I I have a half cup full scenario on how I feel. I feel, on one hand, a little bit scared, obviously, because I have my kids here. We were actually supposed to fly to the States on Saturday, to visit my family. That's not happening, but the half cup full is me feeling a little motivated, knowing that this war is going to be over sooner than expected. That's the feeling.
So you
So,
believe you feel like this was something that had to happen. It was
oh,
it needed to happen.
it it had to happen, and I believe this will also help the situation in Gaza end, because once they know that there is no support from Iran, then they're not going to have funding anymore. The hostages will come home. That war will be over. Iran won't have a nuclear weapon, because I do believe that the United States will also intervene. They're going to join. They're not going to intervene. Israel, I believe, has already opened the door to finish everything off. And that's my opinion. Yeah.
So what gives you the belief or the understanding or the feeling that the U.S. will join?
Well, the fact that Trump just said that, he doesn't want to have any conversation right now. He wants Iran to submit. You know, that's that's what I heard that he said. That was a quote, right? I don't know if I'm quoting him properly.
In a parenthetical way, what he said essentially, he said he wanted something better than a ceasefire. So I'm assuming that may be what he was alluding to. We're going to dig on that here today in the press. But back home, back where you are, how would you say the majority of the folks around Tel Aviv, where you live, and in Tel Aviv proper, how are they faring? How are they holding up right now?
Well, I have family in Tel Aviv, cousins, uncles in Tel Aviv, outside of Tel Aviv, where missiles have landed nearby. Everybody's going through the same. Um, but everybody is on one hand scared, but they also see the light at the end of the tunnel. The fact that Israel has superiority in Iran now, that, they could target what needs to be targeted, let the Iranian people control their fate, right? This has been a long time coming. I believe the world will be a better place for everybody, for all our neighbors. I believe the Abraham Accords might even expand to countries we didn't think would be in it. And that's what I see that will happen, hopefully this summer still. So I'm
Yeah.
optimistic.